Worried you don't have enough saved for retirement? You're not alone. I once had that same concern as well. But there's a way to catch up. And I figured out a way to catch up without taking big risks. So I hope this is going to be for you today. Because if you're my age, if you're in your 60s or mid 50s and beyond, saving money is great, but investing it is how you build wealth. And it's not too late, and you don't need a lot of money to get started. But you must get started. You've heard me say this before. For every day, a dollar not invested is a dollar not gained. So if you're ready to make the mindset shift today that you need to start learning how to build wealth in your later years for retirement, I have something special for you today. Let me show you how to stop playing defense and start building real wealth on the offense. Welcome and thanks for joining me for another episode of Living Each Day on Purpose. I'm being Ingram, and we're continuing our series of how we're teaching retirees how to confidently invest for retirement safely and with minimal risk. So whether you are preparing for retirement or you're in retirement and you're looking to maximize your retirement dollars, you're looking to stretch your income, you're looking to even increase your income, or maybe you haven't even started putting money aside for retirement yet, but you do want to retire, then this is for you today. Today, I'm going to show you how to break free from a scarcity mindset and start investing with confidence, with little, I can't say no money. You gotta have some money, but with small amount of monies. You see, because most retirees, especially if you're in my age group, you're a baby boomer. You were born before 1964. We were taught to just get a job, save, buy a house, do the American dream thing, and all of that was wonderful. But as we found out, as we grew and as we got older, if we hadn't put aside a certain amount of money and let it grow for us, when we got to the age that I am now, we don't have a whole lot of money there because inflation eats it up. Cost of living eats it up. And most retirees were raised to save money and not necessarily invest money. And this is what makes it different in this younger generation because they are wealthy and they are wise and they have learned to use the stock market to their advantage. But I'm talking to people who still may be sitting on the fence and you still may be afraid. You still may be afraid to put your money to work for you. Savings alone won't keep up with inflation. And you've heard me say this time and time again because banks are not paying you at a rate that is equal to or greater than the rate of inflation. If you have a bank account that's paying you anywhere close to 7%, you are doing phenomenal. If it's paying you anywhere around 5%, you are doing pretty good. Anything less than that is not even keeping pace with the inflation rate, okay? And so if you've got a bank account, you've got any substantial amount of money in it, they pay you pennies on the dollar, if that. And so putting your money in a savings account isn't the way to go, nor is it going to help you become wealthy. And today, you've got to shift your mindset from playing defense to begin playing offense. We have to play the way the big boys are playing. And it doesn't mean we have to have big boy money in order to play the game, but we must have some money to play the game and we must invest that money. If we do that wisely and we do that regularly and consistently, we will receive returns on that. Because why savings alone isn't enough, let me tell you. Savings alone isn't enough because being taught just to save and not to invest, as I said, as inflation rises, your money that you're sitting in the bank isn't rising with inflation, isn't keeping up with the cost of eggs right now. I know in some places eggs are crazy amount of money right now. I live in Panama and our eggs are still a dollar something, $2 something, $4 something, depending upon how many you buy. But I could go get a carton of eggs for under $3, fresh, grown chicken from the farm to the table. But some places that's not the case. Some places gas is $6 and $7. Well, we're $2 here. So I mean, it depends upon where you live, but inflation is still inflation. And if your money isn't rising at the rate to keep up with that inflation, just saving it isn't going to be enough, especially if you are my age. If you're in your 60s and beyond, you don't have a whole lot of years to try to save to play catch up. So you have to have your money working for you smarter and not and harder for you while you're not working harder because savings alone won't get it. It won't keep up with it, but an investment will. And the right type of investments will help you gain and help you gain back some of that time that that money is being lost. Why is that important? Because inflation eats away at your savings, where investing helps you grow those savings. Bank offer low returns, as I said, and your money isn't growing just sitting in a traditional bank account. Instead, the mind shift that you need to have is you need to start asking yourself this very important question. And it's not, instead and not asking yourself, how can I protect my money? Because that's what you're doing when you put your money in the savings account. You just look for your money to just be safe and secure, so you think and so you hope. And if you've been following anything that's happening right now with all these money investigations in the United States, you know there's a lot of thieves and robbers who've been taking money that's just sitting and not being used and not being put to work. So you can't afford to just have money just sitting around, because the thieves will get it. So instead of asking how you can protect that money, you need to start asking yourself, how can I grow that money? How can my money that is sitting right now grow for me? And grow for me in such a way to where it helps me at some point to be able to live on it. And this is why I am a big proponent of understanding how ETFs and REITs create passive income for you on a regular, consistent basis. And if you sign up and join with any of my programs, I'll show you how that's happening in the portfolio. But then you have to accept the fact that investing is a long-term gain. As I said, there's many investment strategies out there, and I'm not here to debunk anybody's favorite strategy. I have mine, and this is what I prefer to use, and this is what works for me and my clients and those that I offer it to. And so it's a strategy for a long-term gain, but it also allows us to get short-term benefits from those gains. So while we pay the long gain, we can also earn from the short gain, and that's in the form of dividends. So you can start focusing on making your money work for you now, because while your money is working for you now, you are getting gains on that money. And that's the beautiful thing about investing in dividend paying ETFs and REITs. These are wealth building strategies for a long term gain that provide you consistent, that is the key, provides you consistency and consistent income. And when you have consistent income coming in, you're freed up to do a lot of other things. An extra 500, 600, $1,000, $1,500 a month begins to make a big difference in your life and in your lifestyle when you have it, because you're not just dependent upon what you earn or what you have coming in. You have something on top of that to also add value. I love to call it what they call it down in the SIP in Louisiana, the lagniappe, the something added to it. The over the top is what I love about it. It's the cherry on top every month that I look at my portfolio and I see those dividends that have hit that month. It's the cherry on top. That's extra shopping money, extra vacation money, extra going out to dinner money that the wife and I have. And this is what I want to set you up for. So you may be saying, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing money. Hey, you're not alone. I've been there, done that. I was scared. I was afraid that if I put my money in, I was going to lose it. Took the leap, put the jump, put it in there, and I haven't lost. I'm not talking about the daily dips and rises of the stock market. That's common, okay? And that's the volatility of the market. But I'm talking about the consistency of the earnings every month and every quarter is what excites me. So I'm no longer afraid, because if you are afraid, then you never get started. So how do you start small? You start with a simple, small amount in an ETF. For example, in a fund like SCHD, which is trading under 25 bucks a share right now, you can buy $100 worth of that, 4 shares, and then you can watch that grow. You can get a few dollars dividend back on that, reinvest that, let that compound over time, and you continue the process. And this is why I said it's a long-term gain, but you get short-term gains throughout the process. But you can't be afraid to get started, because as I said, every day that you do not invest a dollar, that's a dollar that's not earned. You may be saying, is investing complicated? I know there's systems and gurus and people out there who've made it complicated, but it really is not when you understand how it works. You just set up your money on a monthly or weekly deposit with your favorite brokerage account, Vanguard or Fidelity or one of the others. You deposit your money into that account. You make a trade, you buy a share and a half, or a share and a quarter. You can buy partial shares in ETFs and REITs. You buy whatever you have the amount of money to buy, and then you set it and forget it. You set it to reinvest those dividends when they come in, and you just put it on rinse and repeat. You just let that cycle repeat itself every month. I have mine on a monthly rotation. It just repeats every month. I increase it when I feel I need to increase it. I don't take the dividends out. I let them roll over. I have one account where I do take dividends from. I have another account where I do not take dividends from. And this is the benefit and the beauty of having multiple accounts. You have one that you can live on now. You have one that you're setting up to live on later. And as you become wiser in how to do some of this stuff, you realize the benefits and the values of each. And finally, you may be saying, can I really build wealth in retirement? Yes, you can. Absolutely. The power of compound interest works at any age, and that means money that's growing, that's being reinvested, that continues to be added to, that continues to grow, compounds over time. And that $10 that was today begins $20 next month. That 20 goes next month becomes $40 the month after that, and etc. and etc. That is the power of compounding, and that is the power of investing in dividend growing stocks and ETFs. And so I want you to understand it's not difficult, it's not hard to do, but you must get started, and you must get started now, especially as you begin to increase in age. You have less time for your money to be working for you. And unless you're just at a fixed mindset to where you're just happy living off a set fixed amount with no increases coming or going, and you're good with that, and you're okay with that, then hey, that's your thing, no problem. But if you want to have that extra, if you want to see extra coming in on a regular and consistent basis, I want you to consider what I'm proposing to you. You see out this window here, you see I'm able to live with this kind of view. That is the Pacific Ocean that is behind me. It's in between the Pacific and the Atlantic. I live between both oceans on the canal. And so I get to see ships coming and going all the time, going back to the US, coming into South America. But you want to be able to do this. You want to be able to live like this. You want to be able to have that. Dividend income will help you get there, help you plan and prepare for that. Not bragging, it's just something that's possible and doable if you take the steps that are needed and necessary to get there. And I want to help you with that. So if you're ready to get started with that, then I want to tell you, don't wait. Don't wait another day. Contact me today. All of my contact information is in all of my social media profiles. Even if you're feeling stuck right now, or you're feeling left behind, or you feel like you don't have the time, I'm here to show you that we can turn things around for you financially. Sign up for my Unlock Your Freedom webinar. The link is down in the description below. It's a free workshop you can sign up for that gives you 2.5 hours of all the information that I shared on how to get started. And then if you're ready to go deeper with that, I have a VIP class that you can sign up that is a 3-day intensive with me, hands-on workshop. And we walk through the entire process from A to Z on how to get started, how to get set up, how to make your first trade, how to put it on autopilot, and how to research more stocks and how to keep it going. And hopefully this is something that you're going to do. I've already had a few points in this book, got a few coming up this week of people who've contacted me. So don't want you to delay. My calendar builds up quickly, my schedule builds up fast, and I don't take many people that I work with. So once my schedule is full, I'm pretty much full for the year and I'm pretty much done. But I'll continue to do classes such as this and other workshops. So catch me. Sign up for my make sure that you like and subscribe this video if you haven't before. Make sure you follow me, set your notifications so that you know when I am on. I'm doing a few things a little differently. I was coming on in the afternoon. I think I'm going to start coming on in the evenings, just trying to vary the times and the crowds so that I can reach as many people as possible. Listen, I hope forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, join me here every Wednesday, whether I be at 12:15 noon or 6:15 p.m. I will be here. All right, take care, God bless, and bye for now, and I'll see you again next time.